All right, Tuesday, and I'm a little bit late. Um, Hi guys, I'm a little bit late. Sorry about that. I'm going to just jump right into the questions. I have quite a few. Get a lot of them from Dean Bricklin. You can follow him on Twitter at Dean Bricklin. I'll post either a comment or put his Twitter handle in the description. There is a few anonymous questions also, and some of these I'm just going to go over very, very quickly because some of them I don't really have a clue of anything about it. This week I haven't had time to research. I've been busy with work, and I'm fostering a dog right now from work. I'm trying to get my wife to let me adopt him, so I didn't really have that much time to get this all organized like my other ones. But I will get the answers to you as best as I can. So without further ado, let's just jump into some questions from Dean. Dean's first question: Chromeboxes are really cheap, but they seem to be roughly the same price as Chromebooks. Chromebooks come with a battery and a screen. They roughly have the same specs too. I don't get the pricing, do you? Okay, the only Chrome boxes that I've seen that are, well, I take that back. They're all sub two. Most of them, I apologize. Most of them that I see are sub $200. I think it's more of the build quality. They have to add the fan in there. Most of them have a fan. One of the Asus's doesn't. I think they have different processors also. I haven't really looked that much into Chrome boxes. I wouldn't turn one down if I got one, or if I needed another desktop type device, I might go buy one. But the pricing, that's an OEM thing, not Google thing. So I don't know what the OEMs are doing, the manufacturers are doing. But yeah, if I knew why they price stuff like that, I'd probably have a job in that field. So, another one from Dean. I watched a review on a Chromebook on YouTube, and the guy said that the Chromebook he bought was optimized for Google Hangouts. How does that work? Is it the hardware or the software? All right. Well, he may have misspoken. I'm not sure, but most Chromebooks work with Hangouts. They're not, as far as I know, they're not optimized. The only thing that I know was optimized for Hangouts was about, how long ago? Within the last year, I think. Google released Chrome boxes for meetings. They include a Chrome box, an HD camera, a mic, and a remote control. And that was an all-inclusive package for businesses, for Google Apps businesses. And that was the only thing I really know that was optimized for Hangouts, because they also allow doing video conferences for Hangouts. That's what it's for. So it makes sense for them to optimize it that way. But as far as Chromebooks go, being optimized, I don't know. I don't believe that they have been, but I could be wrong. As far as I know, it was probably a misspoken, um, just a misspeak on the reviewer. All right, another one from Dean. I'm just going to go through all of Dean's first. I see people saying Chromebooks aren't supposed to replace your main laptop or PC. Is there any truth to this, or can someone use a Chromebook full time? Well, it depends what type of user you are. If you're just using a computer to access the internet, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to Google search, anything, check your email, then yeah, you can totally replace your PC or laptop with a Chromebook or a Chromebox or a Chromebase. Now, for the slightly heavier users that use video editors and Photoshop and any audio mixers, anything that requires installing a third-party software, Chromebooks, Chrome OS in general, may not be the ideal solution for you. Web technology hasn't caught up to being able to do that yet. So once web technology catches up, then it'd be a replacement. But right now, for most people, well, for most power users, Chrome OS is not a replacement for your daily driver of a laptop, PC, Mac, whatever you have. But for me, the only time I'm on my PC is when I need to use Photoshop. Other than that, I'm on my Chromebooks. All right, another one from Dean. Whenever I see people talking about Chromebooks, I see people ask, how do I put Windows on it? I think it's quite strange. What I find stranger is people saying that you can and others saying you can't. So settle it once and for all. Can you put Windows on a Chromebook? I don't see why people want to put Windows on what usually is a lower speed machine, lower spec machine. I had terrible experience with netbook, and I had terrible experiences with a netbook. This brings me to another question. Which do you prefer to see in a Chromebook? Low-powered processors like the Intel Bay Trail, or the Tegra K1? I think it's called, or just the regular models such as the Core i5, I believe is in the Pixel. I think it's just a preference thing. I really don't know the difference between Tegra that's in the Acer and the Intel Bay. Okay, first off, if you really want to, you can switch your Chromebox to developer mode. You can break your Chrome OS device by switching there and messing something up. As long as you don't flash the BIOS, you should be fine. But if you flash the BIOS, you might brick your device. That being said, you can put Windows on there. Will it run well? Maybe not. Why? I don't know why you do it, but it is possible if you're willing to take the time and the effort to do it. Excuse me. It's possible, but again, you could brick your device if you mess something up. Okay, and then the second part of that question: which do I prefer? I honestly don't matter to me. Um, they seem to be, they seem to work well. Um, it's I don't think it's the processor that I need to worry about. It's how much RAM my device has that helps me out and makes it seem quicker. I know the 2 gigs in my Samsung Chromebook makes it seem slower than my Pixel that has 4 gigs of RAM. So I don't think it's the processor that makes the difference to me personally. Um, I'm sure it might help, but to me, I don't really think I see a difference. And then a final question from Dean today, unless he pops into the chat. What has changed since Chrome OS? What has changed in Chrome OS since the good old CR48 days? Oh, okay. A lot. I can't go into how much has changed, but in the very, very beginning, when you started up your Chromebook, you didn't have a desktop. You couldn't have a background. It automatically just opened up in like a Chrome browser. The file system was very wonky. Excuse me. The general look of the whole thing changed. Native client, the Pepper Flash, the Sandbox Flash came in. We didn't have that in the beginning. They changed the recovery utility. Excuse me. Let's see what else. There's a lot of changes. The way the settings are handled, the way they let you know if an app is being installed by a website or that's Chrome. Any advancements in Chrome have been put in Chrome OS, and some advances that Chrome OS made it into Chrome. But there's way too many to go through, and a lot has changed and a lot has improved, and a lot will improve more. I think from Google. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one from Dean. Do you think there is any point in releasing a Chrome OS tablet? Crazy idea, but I had, but I don't think there is. It's like Android on a laptop. Okay. That's been speculated forever, since CR48 days. Which is no. It wouldn't be very useful, I don't think. I think with Chrome OS, you're better off having a keyboard, a mouse, not all just on a touchscreen. I don't think it's a viable idea. But some people want that idea. Some people want that. And well, some people like that idea, like I said. But I don't think, like I said, I don't think it would work all that well. Same with it. Oh, pardon me. Same with Android on the laptop. Chrome OS is letting people port over Android apps. Excuse me. That I like just throwing Android on a laptop. Not so much. It's a whole different ecosystem. But yeah, that's what I think is it's not very useful. All right. A question from an anonymous user, and this is one I'm going to glance over because it's barely Chrome OS related. Is it possible to unlock my bootloader and then root my Moto X on a Chromebook? If so, could you do a tutorial on YouTube on how to do it? Could you do it on your phone? Okay, short answer, no. Not unless you install or go into dev mode, install another OS or crouton to run Linux, then you can. But straight stock Chromebook, no. You can't do that unless they find I know like a while ago, iOS had a website that would do it for you, but you can just do that on your iPod. But as far as I know, no. So yeah, done. Next question. How does the data connection work on Chromebooks? Do I just insert a SIM card? All right. If you have a Wi-Fi Chromebook, you can insert a SIM card. Even if your device has the SIM card slot, they probably just reused the model just to save on cost, just one mold, same model, and plugged it up. If you have a Chromebook that has a cellular module, you can insert a SIM card, and some of them actually have, well, the US versions actually have a radio in there that works with T-Mobile right now, I think. I believe they switched from Verizon to T-Mobile, but I'm not 100% sure on that. They might just give out SIM cards also to plug in. But yeah, right now, like I said, if you have them like a 4G, 3G, whatever model, you can plug in the SIM card and get it to work. But if you have the Wi-Fi model, you have to use a hotspot, buy a hotspot and use that instead. A question from another anonymous user. Okay, I thought you were a Google employee because of your knowledge on Chrome OS. I saw your hangout on Google Plus and didn't know who you were. Anyway, enough of my ignorance. I was wondering, what do you think of the new Microsoft Windows? What do you think the new Microsoft Windows will do to the market? Okay, where's the Chromebook question in this? If it is less popular than 8, I think Chromebooks will soar in market percentage. They, and I'm assuming here that they're meaning Microsoft, still own 91% of the market of desktops and laptops. There is also a thing called the Me computer or Me PC. It runs Android. Do you think Chromeboxes will run them off the market? I was thinking of getting an Acer 13. Okay, let's get this first part out. Honestly, I don't care about the new Windows. I don't use Windows unless I have to jump on my PC to use Photoshop. So as long as Photoshop runs on it, I don't care. If it tanks, it tanks. I don't think they'll lose market share. People still buy Windows machines. As far as the Me computer, I never heard of that. I know there's laptops out there that run Android. People want them. People will buy them. I don't think Chromeboxes will do them any harm if it's such a niche market anyway. They don't sell that many, I don't think, anyway. So, okay, now you were thinking of buying an Acer 13, but we're holding out for the Toshiba. And knowing okay, I don't understand this. I'm sorry. Okay. You're thinking about getting an Acer 13, but holding out for the Toshiba, and you know the HP 14 second generation Chromebook will be announced, and you want to hold off on that. The reason you didn't buy the Acer 13 was because of the 1080p worse quality screen than the 720p screen. That hurt your brain, so you decided to step back and wait for a non. Okay. Okay, I don't understand your question really. And TFT screens, thin film transistor screen. Okay. Okay. I don't notice the difference between any of the screens I use on Chromebooks. I'm assuming they're all TFT or whatever. They're probably a cost thing. As far as okay, I don't understand your question, and that TFT panel screen, whatever, that's probably a cost thing, and I really can't tell the difference on my Samsung Chromebook versus my Pixel versus my CR48, really. Granted, the CR48 has far less pixels in it in the screen than my Pixel, but other than that, I don't notice the difference. So, yeah. I don't understand screen differences. So, screen differences types. So, I'm done with that question. If you took the SSD out of a Chromebook and put it in your laptop, would it run Chrome OS, or does it only work with the Chrome OS hardware? Okay, if you take the SSD out, just a hard drive, it doesn't have the OS on. Well, it does have the OS on it in the partition, but it doesn't. So you're just going to have a 16 gig SSD that you put in your laptop that's going to boot up with Windows. It'll have you format it, and I don't believe you'll run Chrome OS. One, you'll lose all the verified boot, the BIOS and all that. The BIOS aren't on the hard drive, so no, it won't run Chrome OS. I use the Tor network quite a lot. Can I get Tor browser to run on my Chromebook? Short answer, not without going into development mode and installing another operating system. Next question. You know what? I hate the caps lock key. What is in place on Chromebook keyboards? All I know is it's not a caps lock key. Okay, a very simple Google search would have fixed this. Or even just going to look at a Chromebook. It's a search key. It has a magnifying glass on it. You can search with you hit it and a search box comes up. You can search your default web browser for your installed web applications and your bookmarks and people. Caps locks is still there. Alt in the search key does caps locks. Next question. Is it possible to build my own Chromebook, Chromebox the same way I custom build my own PC? Short answer, no. Google is very particular about the setup of Chromebooks and Chromeboxes to function properly. But yeah, no. Next question. Chrome OS on a tablet. Chrome OS on a tablet. Already went through this, but okay. Lenovo ThinkPad Yoga 11E. If you think you can get your hands on it, I'd be interested in what you think of it. Okay, that's a Chromebook with a touchscreen that can flip the screen all the way around. That's not a tablet. I don't believe it has an on-screen keyboard unless you use a virtual keyboard. So I haven't got my hands on it yet. I would love to get my hands on every released Chromebook, but I don't have the money or the connections or the time to get my hands on every Chromebook to review. The next question from Halcyon on Twitter, HALLCYON. I've been wondering when Chromebooks will start to climb up in a higher price range. They seem to be all under $300. I can understand why they aren't going for the same price as Windows machines, because people don't trust the newbie. Okay, first off, they've been around for 3 years. There are Chromebooks over $300. Case in point, the Pixel is the cheapest version is $1,300, so $1,000 more than what you say Chromebooks are under. Some of the larger Chromebooks are also larger or higher priced. The ones with 4 gigs instead of 2 gigs, 32 gigabyte instead of 16 gigabyte SSDs, cellular radios versus Wi-Fi versions. There's a bunch that are higher priced, not higher builds, but higher priced because of options that are added. As far as being a newbie, they've been at this for 4 years now. Not such a newbie, I don't think. They want what they are comfortable with, which is Windows. Okay. That part I don't understand where you went from there. I think you're talking about consumers wanting what they're comfortable with, which is Windows, which is fine. But some people like Chromebooks. I think tech companies right now price them lower to persuade people into buying the Chromebook. But now everyone seems to know what it is, and the market share is growing. Do you think it's time they bump up the prices and start selling Chromebooks at a higher price with better internals and better screens? No more TFTs. Okay, here's another TFT thing. I don't know what that is. I really don't care. I can't tell the difference. It doesn't hurt my eyes or my brain or whatever. But they've always had the option to do more expensive, better, higher graphics, higher they've always had the option to do higher internals, better internals for a better price, like the Pixel. But people just, I don't think, go for it that much. So yeah, that's all my questions I got from the forum. No one's viewing, no one commented, so I'm done for the day. Like I said, I just shot through these because, well, a lot of them I didn't understand. They didn't have really much to do with Chromebooks and Chrome OS. I will see you guys next week. I'll be more prepared. But yeah, bye.